Ladies and gentlemen, after almost 1 full year, it is finally here. That time I got jumped, part 2. Now, surprisingly, y'all like part 1. I say surprisingly because the video was low-key rushed, as y'all can see by some of the uncolored drawings in the video. Oh yeah, also, y'all got it to 50 likes too. Why did it take me a year to upload part 2? I don't know. But regardless though, enjoy I Got Jumped part 2. Now, let's do a little recap, okay? Last time where we left off, it was 1v4. Me versus 4 of the ops, okay? They tried using the sandwich method on me, but I still figured a way out of it, leaving all their ankles broken in the process. It was really embarrassing for them. After like 2 seconds after breaking their ankles, I jumped over the tallest dude in their group to teach them a lesson. But not even 5 seconds after jumping over him, me and my friends seeing our peripheral vision, one of them trying to come sneak us. Now, believe it or not, I was waiting for this to happen because I kept count in my head that I only broke 4 of them. I didn't know where the last one was, so it was just a matter of time for him to show up. Now, the moment I saw him, I figured out exactly where he was hiding the whole time, bro. See, while I was running, he blended in with the crowd to where me or my friends couldn't see him, which was very smart, I'll give him that. But unfortunately, I figured that out too late. And the result, I was about to get snuck. Luckily for me though, I'm a quick thinker. So the moment he was about to tackle me, yes, he was trying to tackle me now, I stepped out the way to avoid him. Of course, the crowd went crazy. They're out here like, nah, that's crazy. Ha, got him. The crowd saying all that only got him fired up, okay? We'll name him Blake. And with all the anger inside his body, he starts running at me full speed again. So you already know, I started running, of course. So I'm running from Blake, right? And I avoid or juke him about 3 times, okay? Just barely though. Because remember, he's kind of heated right now. So he got like plus 15 added to his speed stats. So I tried to avoid him one more time, but he doesn't fall for it. Dang. This is how I'm going to go out today? Getting tackled by one of the ops? Is this what's going to be talked about for the next 2 weeks? Well, at least I can say I held my own. GG's. My homie, who we'll name DJ, comes in clutch, bumping Blake just enough for me to be able to jump over him. If I jump over him right now, then I can end this beef, and they'll have to admit they lost. I can end it. Are we serious? 2 of the ops I had ankle broken earlier somehow recovered real quick and came unexpectedly. One of them proceeded to do the same exact thing DJ did and bumped me just enough to where I started to stumble, leaving me wide open to be jumped over. I look at the op that bumped me and he's looking behind me. So while still stumbling, I turn my head just enough to see what he's looking at. Turns out the other op was running at me, getting ready to jump over me. Now again, there's not much I can do in this situation. I'm stumbling mad hard, DJ can't run fast enough to help me again, and Brayden is still hiding who knows where. But plot twist, my other homie from last video, who we'll name Roy, comes running full speed to the op that's about to jump over me. Now let me tell y'all something about Roy, okay? If you had to pick anybody in my group to be the crash out, it'd be Roy, okay? If you made Roy mad in any way, best believe he gonna get his get back. If you talked about or did something to one of his homies, he'd expose your whole friend group. If you roasted him, he'd roast you back and take it a step further and make it a little personal. You didn't want to be on Roy's bad side. In this case, he saw that I was about to get jumped over. So he already knew that was his cue. So with red in his eyes, Roy comes bulldozing in, takes the op by his shoulder, and jumps over him so hard, he stumbles over and rolls on the ground. Roy had every person jumping in joy because he just clipped the tallest dude and proceeds to stare him down. Like, he had me in shock too. But after that, I locked back in because this isn't over. They still want that get back. So I lock back in and start examining the field to see where all the ops are. And I see one of them running full speed in DJ's direction. DJ wasn't paying attention because he was still watching Roy. So I yell out, DJ, behind you! And as soon as the crowd sees this, they yell out the same thing. But by the time DJ looked behind him, it was too late. The op takes him by the shoulder, and you can probably guess what's about to happen next. He jumps over DJ with the same energy Roy jumped over the tall op with. And as DJ is about to fall, we make eye contact one last time. And he looks at me like, the rest is up to you and Roy. I look at him like, your bump will not be in vain. After that, I immediately lock back in and look at the op that bumped me and the op that jumped over DJ. And they're both just staring at me. We all know what this means. 2v1 of doom. Me versus the op that bumped me earlier and the op that jumped over DJ. So of course, they start chasing me and I start running again. Now I can't just keep running in a straight line, because eventually they'll just reach their arms out and jump over me, and that'll be game. So my plan was to break one of their ankles until DJ comes and sneaks one of them. So about 15 seconds into me running, I turn the opposite way, just hoping one of them tries to jump over me. And whoop-de-doo, won't you look at that. The op that jumped over DJ tries to jump over me. But as soon as I saw him try to put his hand on my shoulder, I turned back the same way I was going before, leaving him looking lost. And of course, the crowd was cheering. Oh, no! Nah, he cooked you bad, bro. So I continue running, but as I'm running, the op that bumped me grabs my shirt and starts tugging it to throw me off. So as soon as possible, I swipe his hand off my shirt, but new problem, I had to slow down a little bit to swipe his hand off my shirt. So in simple terms, my speed went from a 75 to a 70, while their speed was an 80. Because not even 3 seconds after I swiped his hand off my shirt, the op that I had lost earlier had caught up and put his hand on my shoulder. How'd he catch up that quick? I still don't know to this day. But now, it's really looking like I'm about to get cooked. Roy won't be able to make it in time. DJ is down. And Brayden is still hiding. This can't be how I go out. If I pull my shoulder off his hand, then the other op is simply just gonna jump over me. Someone please, help. Y'all remember when Gojo started going crazy against Toji after he almost died? You know, that near-death experience. Yeah, that's how I started feeling. You know what? At this point, I have nothing to lose. So I started going crazy. I quickly pulled myself off the first op, and as expected, the second op comes in and this time tries to tackle me like Blake did earlier. So we playing dirty now. Alright, no matter. The moment he's about to tackle me, I jump out the way, making him look like a goofy again. But I still had to get past the other op. But before I could even attempt to get past said op, Brayden comes in and jumps over the op. Of course, the crowd was shocked and goes wild again, because that's like the third sneak that's happened today. But now, the last op left was the op that I had lost earlier. Because somehow, he keeps recovering from my ankle breakers. It's annoying. He looks at me and almost immediately starts running at Roy. He basically knew he couldn't take me one-on-one, because chances are I'd probably jump over him. So, he thought he had a better chance jumping over Roy than me. Wait, if I run up and jump over him right now in this moment, I can end this beef. We could win. Once I figure that out, I start running to the op as soon as possible so I can call game. Until I look at the crowd and notice someone's staring at me. Weird. Guess who it is? It was Blake, blending in with the crowd, planning to sneak me again. Have you ever talked to somebody, but no words were exchanged? Yeah, that's how that went. While chasing the op, I raised my eyebrows at Blake like, I see you, bro. Just come at me. He looked at me like, Say less than. It comes at me full speed like a madman. He low-key scared me at first, but believe it or not, I was determined to end this. Everyone's attention goes from Roy and the other op to me and Blake. This was the final showdown. Me and Roy versus Blake and the DJ copier. Blake runs at me full speed trying to tackle me, but I see it and jump out the way and manage to avoid it. Just barely though. I run again trying to keep my distance, but Blake bumps me and grabs a bit of my shirt, and we look at each other real quick. I swipe his hand off my shirt, bump him, and now we're face to face. I hit a hard run to my left. Blake has his arms out ready to tackle me, but I hit an all or nothing gamble and managed to spin off him. Now we're both going opposite directions, so now he's wide open to be jumped over. As I turn away from Blake, I see someone blazing past me, and you wouldn't believe me if I told you who it was. Turns out, Roy jumped over his op with ease. So the moment he saw me spin past Blake, he had no problem with calling game and executed it perfectly. It was finally over, bro. The beef finally ended and we successfully took the dub. In the end, they came to me telling me I had crazy ankle breakers. They came up to Roy and DJ and talked to Roy about how he was low-key a W crash out, and DJ about that clutch play he made. Oh yeah, they also clowned Braden for hiding most of the Fun Friday. I was laughing at that. After that, we helped the ops up and apologized to them for jumping over them in the first place. And they apologized to us for taking it too seriously. After that, we all went back to our classes, grabbed our backpacks, and went home for the day. In the end, that Fun Friday will go down as top 3 school recesses of my life. I will never forget that Friday. I know some of y'all might not believe this story, but believe it or not, if this story didn't happen, I would have never made a vid on it in the first place. And I wouldn't have even split this video into 2 parts. I may have over-exaggerated a little bit of stuff, but it's alright. That's just how it felt to me in the moment. Anyways though, I appreciate you for watching. I pray that everybody that has subscribed to me and seen the last video tunes into this video, because I really want people to see this one. This one is like one of my favorite moments in my life. I'm gonna go to sleep now. I'll see y'all in the next video. God bless.